Hey, morning guys, Friday morning here. I am just got to the gym, repping the MGM Gym Legends shirt today. Got a big session coming up today, so I've gone just for reference. Got the Total War. Got the I've gone the double scoop of Total War, which is pretty extreme. My body today is really beat up. I did a 9.36k run yesterday. It's the longest I've run in years. The knees, legs are a bit beat up. The back is a bit beat up from everything this week with the new program. So I've got a pretty intense program today. I've got all three major lifts. I've got a squat variation, bench variation, deadlift variation, and two accessories that I'm gonna start off with. So I'm gonna take you through those. I got Lana training with me today too. So I'm gonna train with Lana. I've already had protein shake this morning, and then I had like a sandwich thin before today, and then I like to have a few of these when I train just to get a bit of a sugar hit. Obviously got the pre-workout going down too. Got it in my little duff cup. I just you know, mix it up in there, and away we go down the hatch. So I'll take you through today's workout. You guys can see what it's all about. Lana I'm coaching Lana at the moment, so she's on one of my programs. So you'll get to see what she's doing, and we'll just go through it, get it done, and then we'll eat after this. So I'm going shopping as well, so I might show you kind of like my meal prep of what I've been doing at the moment, what I've been eating on this sort of challenge as well at the moment. So we'll do that, and we'll check in with you later. What's this? What have you got?
I've got a pause squat, one set, 3 reps at 57.5 kilos. So here we go.
Let's go. Not bad. They feel alright?
Just felt heavy, yeah.
Heavy?
Heavy, as always.
Just one set?
I've got, yeah, just one set, and now I'm doing barbell max squats. I think I've got 3 sets, 6 reps.
Is it three sets of 5, 2 sets of 6?
Let me check.
Okay. Can't remember my own programming.
For a camera in my face, so I didn't really read it.
So, Spanish squats. Spanish squats, great exercise. Typically, they're really good for rehab. For people who've had knee injuries, particularly like knee tendon injuries. So because the band allows you to kind of, it takes your weight and you can sit back, things like that. You don't load the patella tendon as much, so really good for rehab. But it's an insane, like my VMOs just absolutely get burnt out and cooked by doing these, which is really good because there's obviously a massive sort of weakness there. I'm meant to do 15 reps. I don't know how many I did actually, but I know the other day I got like 11 just because the cramping and the burning was just insane. But I'm just gonna keep building up until I can kind of hit the 15 reps because they're 4-second tempos. Like these aren't just up, down, they're 4-second tempos. You'll see that in the video, it's insane. So I've only got 2 sets though, which is good. I did RDLs before, dumbbell RDLs. I've got the foam roller between my knees for stability as well. And then I've got all 3 lifts, squats, benches, and deficit deads. So we'll just see how we go today. So got squats now, warmed up. I haven't done 120 since obviously hamstring injury. The weight that was prescribed, because it's based off my previous 1RMs. We didn't prescribe weights based off coming back from the injury. I'm just taking it week by week to see how I kind of gauge it myself. So I'll do the 120 today, which is not bad. 7 kilos off what is prescribed for this current program. So if we get through this, and I think the hamstring will be fine. The other day when I squatted, it was just like squatting and deadlifting, coming back and not having done it for 2 months was like just hard on the body. Everything felt heavy, but it moved well. Technically it moved well. So we'll give 120 a go for a double. I've got 2 sets of that, then I've got like 3 sets of 5, drop down weight, we'll see how we go. We'll do that. Woo! Let's go. I got a close up of your booty.
Oh shit. I was right. It was 4 sets of 6 reps on those squats.
Was that good though?
Felt really good.
Just chest dropped at the bottom there, the last set, fatigue.
I'm feeling stronger this week. Last week I felt really weak. Going through a lot of stress last week. Wasn't feeling my body right. And yeah, so it feels good. Had good sleep last night. Feel the body well this morning.
Woohoo!
Good 10-minute mobility before I started squats. Yeah, feeling good.
What's your long-term goal for squat? What would you like to PR on?
Well, my goal by June this year is to get 80 kilos for 1 rep.
Yeah.
End of this year, 90, 95 would be nice.
Okay.
End goal would be maybe 100.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. How was your session, miss?
Oh, it was hard. It was hard, but it was good.
Why?
Oh, the start of the session went well. Middle of the session went well. And
The end of the session went well?
Going down towards the end of the session. So
But got through everything.
I got through everything. Yeah.
That's all right then.
Yeah, so I guess it was a good session.
Happy with that?
Yeah, happy with that.
That's good. What are we going to do now?
We are going to go home, have brunch because it is 11:30.
It's early.
Yes.
What are you having? Well, we'll save it.
Ooh,
We'll save it.
I don't know.
I'll show later.
Bacon and egg wrap maybe, or some beef brisket. I don't know.
Yummo.
Tough decision.
Yummo.
And then probably go for a run this afternoon.
No, I'm not.
No? Well, I might go.
I got to walk.
No, actually, I'll be smart. We have the final Olympic Challenge workout tomorrow.
I wouldn't run today.
Workout.
I wouldn't run today.
So I'm not going to run today. There we go. I will walk. I'm currently at 5,000 steps. So.
I got 1 set to go. Deficit deadlifts, easy weight. I got through everything today. The squats were hard, I'm not gonna lie. The doubles at 120 moved and they were okay. And then I dropped back, it was only like 105 and the sets of 5. They were tough, like the body was just not wanting to give everything. Got through it, it's okay, but yeah, body was just like, excuse me, what is going on? So I got through those. Bench press was good, pause bench press, 3-second pauses, they were fine. And deficit deadlifts today, they're easy. So we should be able to tack on some weight with those in the coming weeks, which should be good. So this is like, I've got 1 set to go, then I'm gonna go eat. And I'll show you guys a little bit about I will do my shopping today for next week. I'm gonna do it today. Normally do it on Saturday morning, bit of routine, but I finished up today early, like it's only 11:30. I'm gonna do no work for the rest of today. I don't need to. Just gonna shop, meal prep, and then it means I've got the weekend free as well. So yeah, we'll keep going. We'll see what happens. I'll show you the food. It's pretty bland. It's pretty boring. So I didn't film anything when we got home, but I didn't do my meal prep, so it's okay. I'm doing it now. I'm gonna show you. It's pretty basic, pretty bland, but people want to see food, what I've been eating while dieting. Let's do it. So I've got, focus. Just get this to focus for you guys. Yep. So I've got the Coles mince, and I've got the extra lean version. Okay, this time around, I've got 2 packets. Sausages. I've been having a sausage and rice literally for like 6 months. Like, no joke, just sausages and rice. So I've got the sausages already in the oven for the week. We're away on the Friday, so I only need meals really for today and 4 days. Peas and corn. So we're gonna make up peas and corn and mince. So we're gonna go on the wok. And I've got pasta. That's my pasta. So I felt like this one, the penne, this time round. So we're gonna have the penne there. And then with the sausages, I literally just get, oh yeah, and you gotta have pasta sauce as well, right? Gotta have pasta sauce for the thing. So I get the passata, this passata sauce. I'll focus that in for you guys. So this is the one that I like, number one, because it doesn't have chunks of tomato in it. I can't stand like the chunky tomatoes. So it's more the puree. But it's probably got the best nutritional panel compared to the rest. So flip this around. Something that you need to think about when you're picking like sauces, for example, is there are sauces like you know, your Lego sauces, your Domino sauces, etc. like that, and probably a million different other brands. But a lot of them, when you look on the back, and we want to look at kind of like especially like the sugar content, the sodium content, and when you kind of compare them, there's a reason why some of those really popular brands, everyone buys them because they taste amazing because there's so much additives in them. So I like the passata one, it's pretty bland. Okay, so you just got to check when you're buying sauces and extra things, even your pastas, right? So even with like simply looking at pasta, you can compare like all the different brands of pasta to figure out there'll be like high protein pastas. And so everyone goes, oh, that's a good food to get, like a high protein pasta, right? But then what you've got to look at it too sometimes is that it might be overdone with salt, it might be overdone with carbs, it might be overdone with fat, it might be super high in calories. So just because something kind of says like, hey, high in protein, and it's a bit of a gimmick to be like, hey, high in protein, you know, which means it must be good for us, right? So food labels are very tricky and often sometimes misleading in a sense. So it's okay to have extra protein stuff because most people don't eat a lot of protein. We know that. But then if it's going to end up pushing me way over on a few other things, you know, is it actually worth it? So just something to consider with that. Looking at pasta, I just get all the basic home brand stuff. It's really, really simple. And then for rice, got a can of soup in there for ages. So with the rice, I literally just get this at the moment. I want a jasmine rice. It's fluffier rather than your standard basmati rice. So I just get this. I could buy a big bag for sure and just you know, cook it up, but this is simple because I can just buy 5 every week. Sometimes it's on special. It's only $1.50. So everything that I got was like $80 this week for all the food. There's like literally no snacks in the cupboard, as you can see. Those chocolate biscuits aren't mine, they're Lana's. She's laughing. So there's like nothing. Like I've got my MTS Whey that I have down here as well too at the moment. So I have the MTS Whey, the chocolate flavor. There's so many awesome flavors with that. So, okay, so with this mince, there's like this little hack that I've been doing. I literally only did this, I only figured this out the other, like a couple months ago, and I don't know, it's probably a thing. People are going to comment. Let me know if you do, and you're like, oh, I've been doing this for ages. But one of the things I find interesting is when, or frustrating, when you put mince into like a wok or something, you got to break it up, right? It takes forever breaking it all up into chunks. So what I actually do is I go through and cut through all of this. Sorry about the focus there, guys. I go through and chuck this, or cut this into blocks, and then put it in here, and it breaks down like instantly and like so much easier. So I don't know if that's a thing that people are like, oh, duh, I've been doing that for ages, so you meant to do it. But let me know if it is, because I think it's pretty cool. So I chopped it into like little chunks, right? So see how these little chunks come out easier. So it all breaks up so much easier. And very quickly, instead of having to spend forever breaking it up, this is already chopped up. See how quick that breaks down. Okay, so one easy way, if you've got like spaghetti, which, you know, already, if you don't want to have a ton of pasta with it, or even if you just need to bulk the meal up anyway, simple way is peas and corn, or you can also use a variety of different beans, like kidney beans, cannellini beans, things like that, chickpeas as well, to give your meal a lot more volume, which means as well, if you want to, you can kind of cut back on the pasta amount. So obviously if you're shredding, and of course Lana is just being a pain in the bum by making noise.
It's not that loud.
Shh.
Someone's got to clean up around here.
Shh. So yeah, you can put the beans in there and you could avoid having pasta or cut back on the amount of pasta that you want. So I'm obviously going to use a whole bag, but I'm a big boy. So big boys have lots of pasta. Alright, let's put these bad boys in there. Look, this is almost done. Like, this is pretty much done, right? So you put peas in there. Put the peas in there. That's done. That took 10 minutes. Pasta will take 10 minutes. Sausages will take 15 minutes. And that's my meal prep done for the week, because then I have protein shakes in the morning. I have chobani and oats. Yeah. I'll show people what oats I have. So I'm having this one at the moment. Summer fruits. Focus. So maybe the Coles summer fruits, right? Simple. I have some of that with chobani yogurt. That's it. I literally put that in a tub in the morning, and my meal prep is done in, I don't know. It literally takes like less than an hour on a Sunday. So no excuses.
I'm getting out of your shot.
We just follow it. Alright, so you were saying earlier before about checking labels and things like that because you're not sure. So I used to have the Uncle Ben's rice. Nothing wrong with Uncle Ben's rice. It's amazing. The flavor is epic. And I told you that I switched to the Coles jasmine rice to change it up. It's cheaper, it's fluffier, it's very, very nice. Now, for the most part, they're very, very similar. Like the calorie difference is pretty minimal. More calories obviously in the golden vegetable, in the Uncle Ben's golden vegetable rice. The big thing is the massive difference in salt. And look, salt's, you know, I'm not saying that salt is bad, but compare 6 milligrams of salt in your normal jasmine rice versus 254 milligrams in one bag, or sorry, in one serve, right? Which means you're having over 500 milligrams of salt, because let's be real, everyone has one packet. I mean, I would just put the whole packet in. So there's 500 milligrams of salt in that. I've salted the pasta. What about if I'm having salt from various other things as well? There's salt in the meat. So you just need to be careful, okay? I train very, very hard and I sweat a lot, so replacing my sodium isn't a problem. But I know a lot of people that don't really sweat very hard a lot, but we know a lot of people that don't work out either. And there's salt in the pasta sauce. So there's salt in everything, and all of a sudden when you add it up, you can easily hit, you know, well over 2,000 milligrams very, very quickly. So you do need to just understand label-wise how that goes. The other thing that I noticed too was, even though both of these are 250 grams, the 250 grams of the Uncle Ben's, when you pour it out, versus just the jasmine rice, there's a lot more volume in the jasmine rice. So for me, I was getting used to, I noticed when I switched it, and I didn't really pay attention to this at first, I didn't do this intentionally is what I mean. When I poured out the jasmine rice, and I was like, man, that's a lot of rice. Like, they're both 250 gram packets, but obviously the way that it's made up, there's a lot more volume in the jasmine rice. So if I want to increase, you know, if I'm getting a bit hungry on a diet, one of the things you want to do is increase the volume of food that you're trying to consume as well, without necessarily increasing the calories. So, you know, that's why we eat like lots of vegetables and things like that, right? But I was able to get a lot more out of that, and I was finding my lunch meal then was more satisfactory. Like, I was getting to a point where I was getting really hungry after lunch, and all I did was literally change the rice brand, and then all of a sudden I was like, man, that's a lot of rice, I'm good with that. So there's other things to consider. It's just because that's 250 grams on the packet, that's 250 grams on the packet, the volume of food in there could be completely different. And the sodium content, as we proved, massively, massively different. So just something to consider. Labels, that's another little sort of hack there, obviously for you guys. But my pasta's, my spaghetti's done, the pasta is cooking, the sausages are in, like, we're done. Like, that's meal prep.